Many months ago, I did a part 1 video to ideas that could potentially solve the decaying server issues. I thought it might be time for a continuation of that line of thinking. In this video, I'm going to focus on another concept that appears in some type of games, most commonly the first-person shooters that I do not often play. In some of these types of games, there's a system where once you reach the maximum level, you are given the option to essentially reset your character to the minimum level, except with a new kind of ranking system. In those games, you are usually rewarded with some type of cosmetic, banner, decoration, or otherwise for each time that you do this. Now, having a kingdom reset option in Evony that functions in exactly the same way as the system designed for these first-person shooters would be ludicrous. They aren't the same type of game at all, and very few people out there would willingly abandon what they've spent all this time building up to just redo it all. Therefore, it would need an overhaul to match the type of game that is Evony: The King's Return. Even still, I think the idea of this would be thrilling to some types of players and completely off-putting to others. If it's not for you, then that's cool. If it is, that's cool too. It's just an idea and something fun to talk about and consider. How could it be done? Honestly, this one takes some work, but it's a neat concept, so let's come up with a few ideas. These are just from a few minutes of thinking, so I'm sure there will be better ones in the comments. First, the idea of restarting isn't bad at all. People do this already from server to server. Players boost up to a high keep level and abandon it for a new server. It's already being done, just with no reward for it. Those that stick behind on the old server end up with decaying server syndrome, and let's face it, server merges are no solution. There are also plenty of people stuck on extremely hostile servers who would jump at a chance to reroll, but don't want to simply abandon their hard work. There are also many people out there that really love the growth stages of the game, but they get exhausted with the higher keep levels. Suppose instead there was a way to press a series of buttons that confirm you want to restart, and it will allow you to restart your very current castle on the newest released server. Like, it would literally port your castle there as if you were a new player starting, and it would plop you right on the map next to all the other people. Now, that's really cool for you, but not cool for the new people on that server that just joined. Therefore, there would have to be some sort of penalty. The most obvious one is that you, just like everyone else, would have to be reset to Castle 1. That's a no-brainer. Still, you have countless generals, gear, and more. What of that? This is where it gets tough and really would require some actual thought by the developers in order to both give you a reason to want to restart on the new server, but also not break the balance to ruin the fair play experience new players deserve. Sorry, but generals would probably need to go. You couldn't possibly have all that gear starting out either. Sad, but true. Your shiny subs are gone too, bye-bye dragons, wonder, and all that other stuff. Anything else that gives hugely unfair advantages, like all the runestones, billions and billions of resources, would just not be transferable. But if all that's gone, what's left? Why would anyone choose to re-roll their account on a new server? Obviously, there would also need to be some perks to the reroll. Perks that make the move from a dead old server to a new server a severe downgrade, but a chance at a new start. Perhaps a scaled amount of gold historic general tokens for every keep level achieved previously. For example, a keep 30 reroll might get 5 tokens, while a keep 40 reroll might get 50 tokens. It's not close to what you had, but it's more than others on that server would start with. Maybe half your VIP points are credited to the new kingdom to give you a subtle but nice perk. Some might suggest that your money's credited or partially credited back to be used on this new account, but honestly, I don't think that would be fair to the new players, not to mention there's zero chance of Evony ever doing something like this. Maybe a special type of castle, decoration, title, and whatnot could also be added as well. The possibilities of small, subtle perks that could be added to incentivize rerolls are endless, really, as long as they maintain fairness on the new server. Like I said, these are all just random thoughts that are being thrown out there to brainstorm a little in the effort to solve some of the major problems in the game. Server decay may not be the only problem, but it doesn't hurt to play around with some ideas here and there. The idea of coordinating group rerolls with other alliances is a neat thought as well. I don't know for sure that I would actually do a reroll like this if it existed, but I'm not personally opposed to the idea of it existing in the case that I ever wanted to do it. What do you think, YouTube? Could you see yourself one day when you tire of your current server wanting a fresh start somewhere?
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.